Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. This is the Fat Viking Knight coming to you from a short little discussion episode, I think. Whilst I do that, in the background you are going to see, actually, just me tearing down this wall, why is my sound down? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I need to tear down this entire wall and redo it, because I just don't like these vibrant colors in here. And even though I thought it looked good at first, no, I am changing it. Changing it completely. So, there's that. But, whilst I am doing this little thing, and this primarily is just an episode where you can sit back, listen, and everything like that, I would like to talk to you guys about a topic that's been on my mind for the past few days. This topic is really relationships in general here. 'Cause, I don't know, there's just something about it where I feel it's something I really need to talk about now. Like, that it's affected me personally in ways like I really couldn't understand for the most part, in ways I didn't want to understand, and just, ways that you never thought you would really think about until, of course it happens to you and then you think about it. So, all of you guys know, if you have been around for a while anyway, if not, I will tell you again, but all of you know that I had a long-term relationship. It was about 2 years or something. About 2 years, I think. And it was with the same girl, obviously. It was throughout high school, junior, senior year, and a little bit of sophomore year. And it wasn't, the best relationship I've ever had or anything like that. Well, actually, it probably was. But after you break up or you stop, for whatever reason, seeing that person as much as you used to and everything like that, it's really, really difficult to move on past them. If you feel like you were like you loved her, or if it's a girl, if you loved him kind of thing, even if you just think you did and not really did, but either way, whoever did it, you always have that feeling where you really, how do I say it, you miss what you had with that person. You miss the simplicity of everything, how well you got along and everything. But it never really occurs to anyone that how much wear and tear, I guess, can really be on it as soon as that happens. You don't think that it's going to affect you for a very long time. You don't think that, one person has that much effect on you. But after being with someone for so long, your perspective on that changes. You really miss the feel of their touch. You hope that above anything that they will eventually come back. You hope that, it's not over. But that's not always the case, and it's not that easy. Because a lot of the times, when it's said it's over, even though it's, mutual agreements or whatever, it's over. The chance of you getting back together is very, very slim. And it sucks, quite honestly. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it really does suck. And so, I've been thinking about this lately. And although I say I'm over it, I caught myself wondering, are you really over it? I don't know. That's the thing. You don't know if you're over it until you actually move on. Now, having said that, I have not realistically moved on from her, kind of thing. Like, she moved on, and, that's fine. I'm happy for her and everything like that. But for some reason, or whatever reason, I decided I didn't really want to move on for quite some time. And, like I said, it really, really affected me. My mood became rather dark and dreary, and I, tried a lot of different tactics at first in order to get her back, even though I wasn't even absolutely sure if that was what I wanted. Which, to be totally honest, it was most likely very unfair to her. And, as I'm getting older, I see now that really was not the best thing to do. Like, I really should not have emphasized it so much, dwelled on it and everything like that, and I should have just, moved on. Now, let me stop you guys before you, add in questions and everything like that. I know it's not easy to move on from past relationships and previous relationships and everything like that. Trust me, I know. It's not easy. And I'm not going to say that it is, because it really is not at all easy. And it's just impossible to really explain it. But in my mind, it goes a little like this. You spent so long not really trying your absolute hardest or anything in the relationship. You took it for granted, and then after it was gone, you missed exactly how things were. You missed, the little things that she did for you all the time, that maybe you didn't thank her enough as much as you should have for her or anything. I know for sure I did not thank her enough for, like, all of the, little surprises and every little thing that she had done for me. And, I really, really should have, but for whatever reason, I just didn't. And I think that was one of the main source of problems in the relationship. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that I, would love to get back together with her. Is it true? Maybe. I would consider it, and because she did bring me happiness, maybe I would give it a second try. If it was offered, of course, Obviously, it's not the case, but if it was offered, yeah, I would love to give it a second try and, do it right. But it's not going to be like that, and I don't think it will be like that. Ever, actually. Uh, and, I'm prepared for that and everything. But the thing is, I want to tell you guys that you really, don't take it for granted. Because the second you start taking whatever you have for granted, that's the second the relationship starts to fade. It starts to diminish in both, emotional dictation of it and physical being of it. And it's just unfair. Unfair to either person. If you do not give them the respect and everything that they so deserve, then why are you in a relationship in the first place? I asked myself that quite a bit, to be honest here, and I couldn't come up with an answer for that. I really could not, and, so that doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, alright, you don't have the slightest clue. You don't have an answer for that. Why don't you? Well, I don't know. It just was one of those things that was like way too good and you didn't want to give it up. I think that was by far the hardest part for me. was, letting it actually go, realizing that, you know, she was actually very good to me, and I probably was not as good as I should have been to her. And it's just not fair to people. It really, really is not fair. So, again, just as a little reminder, if you are in a relationship and you are happy with that person that you are with, whoever it may be, whatever, stature, size, whatever, race, doesn't matter. If you are happy, tell them. It sounds so simplistic, but I guarantee you guys, it will make a big difference. If you are happy, tell them. That is the easiest thing to do, and sometimes a thing that we quite often forget. And I know for sure that, next time I am in a relationship, if I'm happy, I am not going to say, or, not say a word about it. I'm going to tell her straight up, be like, I am super happy, you know, to have you, to be with you kind of thing. And I for sure have learned my lesson. And I just don't want you guys to make the same little mistakes. And even though, it's been a year, over a year actually, since we separated and everything like that, it's taken me really this long, unfortunately, to realize that. And that is really sad on my part. Um, like, how do you not know that you are that, well off and everything like that? How do you not know? I again, don't have a single answer for, because it was just foolish, and, none of my previous relationships had really prepared me for something like that. And, I was, happy, I guess. But, as I said, guys, this is just going to be a little recording thing I wanted to get out today. And off camera, I'm going to finish this as well as continue working on the library. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Leave comments of what you think, about your relationships, or if you need help with them or anything like that, and I would be more than happy to help. As always, again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, what topic I'm doing or whatever, feel free to leave a like, but if you don't, tell me why. That's more important than not telling anything at all. So, have a wonderful day, guys, and I will see you next time. Next time. Bye, guys.